Ladies, women, gather around. Let us talk. Why are you still there? Because honestly, I can't even wrap my head around it. Why would a guy be beating you, be maltreating you, be doing all sort of nonsense to you, and you are still there? Hello, excuse me, you had the prize. If you cannot recognize that and treat you like the queen that you are, get out of there. What are you still doing there? I mean, a lot of people have died through all this means. This year alone, like over 6 ladies have died in stupid marriages that they decided to stay in. And no cap, get out of there. Because I mean, being out of a marriage or being out of a relationship is far better than being out of the world. Do you get it? Now, thank you. Hello, welcome back to my official YouTube channel, Tate with Faye Kemi, and I am Faye Kemi. Today we're going to be talking about domestic violence. No drink today, nothing, because this is serious matter. I've been having issues hearing this back to back the whole of this year. I was going to touch this topic, but I didn't really want to touch it now. But it's becoming too much, and I just feel like we really need to talk about it. Hello ladies, what is wrong with us? What is wrong with my gender? Why would you be beaten? Now, most of you, come closer, tell me, how many of you is your father still beating? How many of you is your siblings, brothers still beating? So now tell me, what gives your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance the right to be beating you? Why do you think it's okay for you to be there? That is not submission. You guys should stop it. You see, we ladies can make excuses for men unnecessarily. The fact that most of us have come to the conclusion and turned submission upside down is what baffles me like a whole lot. You had the prize. I will not really even understand why a man will raise his hand and try to beat a woman, no matter what she has done. If we cannot correct ourselves in love, please tell me, why are we in the marriage? What's all this bantering and killing and things going on? And to be candid, the most annoying part is most of these women that have died, at least this year, from domestic violence were the breadwinner of their families, so they could have left, right? You guys could have left, but they decided to stay. Now it is too late, but it's not too late for you and you and you that is still in that relationship or marriage where you are being battered. Please, a broken relationship, a broken marriage, divorce, separation is far better than death, okay? Because I don't know why they got all these boys that are wearing clothes as a man, thinking whatever is on their body is what makes them a man, and then they can go ahead and be beating a woman. There's a lot that goes into being called a man. I mean, you're not called a man because you have grown. You're not called a man because of your age. You're called a man because of certain things. What? How can you even get married just to be beating up another person's child? How would you feel? Let me ask you, men. How would you feel if your siblings or your children come back to you and tell you that their husband or their boyfriend is bantering them and beating them up? And what the hell is they all kicking? And I mean, don't you guys have the fear of God? Like, excuse me, this is a human being like you. How could you, like, how can you look at a human being like you, like normal human being that looks exactly like you, just the fact that they are women, and they married you out of love, and so some of them have even given birth for you? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much pain women go through every month for you to now think it's okay, it's just fine for you to add your own because of your insecurity? Because most of the time, check it, most of these men are insecure, probably because in their whole life their ego is so high and they don't want any woman to actually be richer than them, so they cannot accommodate it when a woman has money more than they do, and then it gets into their head and then they start maltreating her. Some of them are just pure devils. I'm not even going to lie, some of them are just pure devils. Because I mean, let us think about it. I watched some videos this week and I'm like, what the heck? Like, how did we get here? Women, who told you guys to be making unnecessary, because it's unnecessary and so uncalled for adjustment for men? Who told you guys that it is okay for you people to be making excuses for these boys that call themselves men. Who even told you guys that it's okay to be married to them? I mean, who sets the rules? Who is the society? Because for the women, when you ask them now that why are you there, you hear two things. Oh, sorry, three things. I love him. Yes, it will change. And because of what people will say, those are the three annoying things that I hear from women that are going through domestic violence. Now tell me, when you die, what will people still say? If you have not come to the conclusion that in life, either ways, people are going to talk, then even you need help, urgent help. Because if you leave the marriage, they are going to talk. If you don't leave, they're going to talk. If you die, they are still the ones that will say, why didn't she leave? I mean, for your own sanity, for your life, because you only get to have one chance, one. Leave it the right way. God doesn't like divorce, yes, but I'm sure he loves you more, and he would understand if you separate away from that husband that wants to kill you before your time. He brought you here on an assignment. He didn't just place you on earth to be somebody's wife, to be Mrs. So and so. You were also brought to this planet to achieve something for yourself, to be useful to your family and the world at large. So tell me why you would allow one boy that thinks he is a man to cut your life short, or why you would allow what society will say to actually allow a man to keep bantering you. Or some of you will even say, oh, I'm there because of my children. Oh, now guess what? If you die, who will take care of those same children that you are sitting in the man's house because of? I mean, if you even have the money, it's so much more annoying when you don't get out of such marriage. Because tell me, hello, if you die, please, is your husband the next of kin that will still enjoy the money with another woman? Because we need to be thinking, and then they will maltreat those same children that you think somewhere in your head you are staying there because of. So now let's get to it. Let's stop. Leave. Because I don't care what society will say. You need to deaf your ears to what society will say. Your sanity comes first. I keep saying this. Number two, tell me why you will love somebody that keeps treating you like you mean nothing, like you're trash. I mean, my gender, let us talk. At what point did you come to that conclusion? Do you guys even really understand what love is? Love is giving. Love is sacrifice. Love is a whole lot of things, and love is not bantering. So somebody cannot come and tell you that he loves you and then it will beat you. I mean, why are you still there? That is enough reason to live there. In fact, leave beating if you are still in a relationship, because most of them, these things, you guys saw it from relationship, or you guys saw it from the relationship. If he even just raise his hand is far. If he even start saying, I'll just slap you, even if he says he's joking, my dear sister, open your eyes and be smart, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And Yoruba has an adage that I'm going to translate to English that actually say it is from play that you get to know the truth. Or, oh, he has anger issues. My dear, please tell me, just give me a reason why you are still there. He doesn't beat me. Whenever he's hungry, he just eats the wall. My dear, the day there will not be a wall, think about it for a second. What is he going to hit? You better use your brain and get out of the place. That is not love. That is obsession. That is not being reasonable. That is so not love in many different ways. I don't even care what anybody is going to come and say. If you are going to drop a comment in the comment section, just be reasonable about it, because me, on this topic, I'm not even going to keep quiet or shut up. And then the third one, hey, voila, be like Jingle Bell. Please come and tell me, when you are not the Messiah, no, come closer. Are you Prophet Muhammad? No. Are you Jesus Christ? No. So please tell me, at what point did you become the Messiah that died on the cross and think you can actually change a whole human being? Who gave you such a power? Why do you think that a human being can change another human being? Because we ladies, we women, we have that Messiah nature. We have that nature in us to want to change somebody and be giving excuses. He will change. Don't worry, when we marry, he will change. Excuse me, ma. If it did not change when you are in a relationship, my dear, is what you saw in the relationship. It's the photocopy that is gonna be given back to you in the marriage. So we need to wise up. There's nothing like it's going to change. You don't even have the power to try to change a old human being. So I don't get it. Still confused. At that point, at what point you think it's okay to continue with a relationship where you are being battered? Abuse goes beyond just domestic violence. That is physical abuse. You can be abused emotionally, you can be abused vocally, you can be abused financially. There are different ways you can be abused, and in any of these abuses, come closer, because I don't know what you are still doing there. Get out of there. Get out of there. And that being said, doesn't mean that women too don't abuse their spouse. So this thing goes the two ways. Whoever is being abused, going through any form of abuse, get out of there. Like, get the hell out of there. Who told you that that is the last man on planet Earth for you? Or that is the last woman on planet Earth? Who told you that no other person can like you or try to want to be with you? Who told you that all these things is okay for you to go through as a human being? Like, living on this earth alone and going through daily life, don't you think that that is hard enough? Especially in this Nigeria, like, it's hard enough in a way that you don't want to add. I mean, if your spouse cannot be your source of joy, why are you there? Why do you want to add that burden to the burden that is going on in Nigeria, going on in the world? Like, living alone is a whole lot that you want to add another person's burden, and in the name of it will change. You do not have the power to change anyone, and stop trying to pray the person into change. If as at now the Holy Spirit have not even been able, the all-knowing, almighty Messiah has not been able to bring the person to a change, who do you think you are to think you can do that? I mean, who gave you the power? Who gave you the strength? Who told you that you can actually change a whole human being? I mean, most times by the time they will change, you're probably dead. I mean, so of what use is that? You guys need to know when to move. You need to know when to move. And please stop talking to all these spiritual leaders and all that will tell you to stay. Family members that will tell you to stay because of because of the stigma and all. Please bear the stigma and be alive for yourself, for your children, and be useful to the world than to stay there and be dead. Because at the end of the day, you know what? Those family members are still going to be alive. Those spiritual leaders are still going to be alive. And guess what? You see that husband of yours, that boy that calls himself a man, is still going to be alive. So how about you take the right decision now and you get out of that relationship, out of that marriage, because that is just the same thing to do. I don't even care if your wedding date has been set and it is this weekend. This is still time for you to get out of there if you are being battered. You don't want to die. Trust me, you don't want to die. Those 6-7 women who have died this year, that their husbands have burnt alive, killed, all those things. Do you think they really want to die? No. Because they chose to love the wrong person. They chose to think about what the society will say above their own life. And number 3, they thought the human being would change. My dear, please, you still have time. We don't want to be doing justice for you. Get out of there now so you can be alive, to actually be useful for yourself and to yourself. I'm sorry I came with rants today. I'm sorry I'm not even in the mood to be chatting or gisting today, because it's becoming so rampant. And probably next week I'm going to talk about the different types of abuses and how people go through it, or even during the week, because this is becoming so serious. And me, I can't even take it again. Like, I just needed to talk to my gender, especially, not because men don't go through it too, so men pick the things that are also useful to you, but because enough is enough. If we don't rise up and say no to domestic violence from all these men, they are never going to understand that. They will think it is okay. It's okay to carry you up and use your head to hit the ground. It's okay to kick you in your chest. It's okay to tell you to punch him back. I mean, if they were not cowards, if they were that strong, how about they pick up a fight with men their size? So it's totally wrong in all ramifications and in every area and spheres of life. So please, get out of there if you are going through any form of abuse. Thank you. This is my YouTube channel, Dates with Fekem, where I state my viewpoints about various aspects of life. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, like, please share my video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Till we see again next time, take care of yourself, ponder about this, help someone with this video, and you know what, just have a great weekend. Take care. I love you guys, and as always, you can chat me up if you have any issues at all relating to anything I talk about or any matter of life. My number is always in my bio. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.